Hi everyone! In this video we will talk about our current situation on the platform, its state and our plans for the future. By default we implemented all the components we wanted. These are forms, table, notification, chat and metrics, a universal IP for sending data to external system and receiving certain data from them, dashboards and a universal catalog. We have a page on our site called the Opportunities Catalog. Here you can watch all the features of our system, and plus everything is divided into categories. We are constantly updating this section. Some things we do, we add. We also have a page for Falcon Space updates, where you can see in detail the log of updates of the system which we implemented. The ones that we consider key and most important are highlighted in bold. Next, our system grew out of some of our developments, which were in the framework of custom development. Basically, these are small components, but they gradually had to be refined, improved, and universalized. Here is the key moment that happened when we were able to move away from improvements to C# and JS in the direction of completely migrated all the control code to SQL. As a result, any table, any form is managed through SQL. It doesn't need to be changed, no JS, no need to change the code C#. In principle, even the layout cannot be done, do not change in this decoration. It used to take a very long time. Previously, there were a lot of bugs in the past, and there are many places where you can make bugs related to this development. Something somewhere is not working. It can be JS, can be C#, can be SQL, can be somewhere else. As a result, it is quite a long process. Now we have greatly simplified this is in general, it doesn't not take much time to create any table or form. Of course, it imposes a certain restriction, but I believe that these limitations are insignificant, and the profit of all of this is very large. Previously, there was such a problem that there is several developers on the project, and in the end, everyone does something in their own way. A little, but in its own way. Somewhere the model window is different, somewhere buttons, and of course this causes confusion for the customer. But with this approach, when there is a lot of freedom for the developer, it has the downside that everything is done a little differently. And when there is a system, when it is quite difficult to right or to left, but you can flexibly change the business logic, this approach works well. About our plans, our main focus is creating ready-made solutions now. We have a certain basis on them. Also, you can see demo versions on our site. You can see the examples of ready-made solutions based on our platform here. Accordingly, we plan to refine them first, make them more careful, add features to them, and eventually make them more complete. We also plan to create new demos. First of all, this is a universal client service. That is when a company has some clients and wants to make their service more pleasant, easy, interesting, with gamification, bonuses, etc. From a mobile phone as a mobile site with power technology. Here is a set of solutions that we are going to develop this year to increase the catalog of these decisions, and accordingly this is our main focus. The second important point it is to simplify the work of the administrator developer, so that developing the system was easier, faster, and within a minimum number of bugs. It is very important that the system allows you to quickly find bugs, because there are bugs in any case. There is no escape without it. But most importantly, that they can be easily found and discovered that a bug has occurred. Second, understand what this bug is. And third, localize it so that you can quickly find this place and certainly fix it. All our bugs occurred at the same level in SQL. So we have reduced the developers' freedom to SQL so they can only make bugs in one place. Well, in 2, still in the layout, but this is not so critical. Looking for mistakes all over the stack is much harder. So, even a complex system can be supported by 1 or 2 people, unlike custom development. When there is front-end development, back-end development, someone is writing tests, and in the end there is no one who knows everything. That is to solve problems. They have to interact at the joint, and as a result there is a network of delays problems. One of the developers can say that done by another person and I didn't get any. It is unclear who made the bug. It is rather long and complex process. As I said, we have reduced the team for projects to 1 or 2 people. We had projects for 10 people. It is very difficult to manage, and a lot of money was spent on this management. And in the end, all this greatly complicates and does not speed up the process. The customer considers if add 5 programmers and everything will go twice as fast. But in fact, this decision does not speed up in any way. The team should be small. The fewer people there are, the fewer problems associated with communication. I mean with a lack of understanding with incomplete information. Because the more people there are, the less information each individual knows. The fewer meetings there will be, because everyone has something to say at these meetings. And in the end, all stretches for 2 hours. Although this is not always necessary. Everyone needs to get some specific information. That is a new stage begins. Everyone needs to be told. Everyone needs to read the technical task. These are all costs. The delay related to solving the problem is increasing. For example, the problem should be solved by a person who knows the code, but he is not currently in place. We are waiting. That is why the few people there ideally, 1 or 2. 2 is better because 1 can go away and there will be no one to support the system. In this case, you need additional documentation that is constantly updated. So best 2 that can be completely interchangeable. We call them the Falcon managers. This is a person who can support the system on the Falcon and should know the whole system. He shouldn't say, this is mine and this is another thing, I can't support it. He must fully understand this business logic and know the database structure. In general, this is enough to support the project. Speaking in technical terms, our main task is to create new integration with external systems. All sorts of payment gateways, some CRM uploading a 1C accounting system, and parsing tools. Still parsing. It is a trend, and we must greatly simplify the entry into this process. If a person needs to parse a source, we can give them tools that will make it easier than ordering custom development to create a parser somewhere outside. The platform will allow you to do this parsing right out of the box. It is clear that there are some specialization tools that will do this better and bypass more protection. But at least we implemented the basic form of these tools. Well, as I said, integration that is created new API connection to new system so that the integration issue is solved faster and easier, plus tools for tracking the bugs associated with this connection. Because any integration is still difficult. It is a risk factor that something will fall off somewhere, and we need to create tools that will allow us to solve this quickly and accordingly easy. That's about it. This is the situation we have now. That is, we make a complete solution, we simplify development for the administrator developer, and make a tool for integration with external system through the API and plus parsing. That is all. Thank you for attention. If you have some questions, please write in the comments.